you guys, so we're going to first start this tutorial off by prepping our skin, and the primer that I'm using today is the Maybelline Blur and Smooth primer, and I'm just placing it all over my face using my hands. For foundation today, we're going to be using the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation, and I'm mixing two different shades to try to get my perfect shade match. The two shades that I'm going to be using today are the shades 340 and 332, and I'm using the Damp Real Techniques blending sponge just to blend that out. Once I had all of my foundation blended out, I felt like it was still a little too orange, a little too red looking for me. And then I went back in with the shade 332 and I just placed that all over my face just to kind of even out the color. To conceal under my eye and highlight and brighten under my eye a little bit, I'm going to take it back to the basics, and I'm going to use one of the first concealers that I fell in love with, the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige, and I'm just placing it underneath both of my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. To blend out my concealer today, I'm going to be using that same Real Techniques blending sponge, and I'm just going to take my time to make sure that I blend it out and that everything is even and that everything is blended together. For contour today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Cocoa, and I'm just placing that in all of the areas that I want to bring back a little color and a little definition, and I'm just going to be blending it out using that same Real Techniques blending sponge. To set my under eye concealer and everywhere that I place concealer, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution setting powder in the shade Banana, and I'm just using this small Real Techniques brush just to dab it in and tap it into place. To bronze up my face today, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep, and I'm just using this angle brush by Morphe just to bronze up my face in places everywhere that I place contour and that I want to bring a little bit of bronziness and color back to my face. To contour my nose today, I'm going to be using the It's My Ray Ray palette, and I'm going to be taking that middle contour shade, and I'm just using this very small brush by Morphe just to contour my nose and try to snatch my nose but still have it look natural. To prime my eyelids today, I'm going to be using the same LA Girl Pro Concealer, Pure Beige, and I'm just placing it over both of my eyes and then using this brush by Real Techniques just to blend it out. So I've already completed one eye off camera, and then I'm just going to go in and use the Morphe 3502 palette and take that first shade and use that as my transition shade. And I'm just going to build that color up and blend that into my transition crease area. Next, I'm going to go in and take that lighter shade right above it just to blend out any harsh lines from the previous shade that I placed on. Next, I'm going to go in and pack that chocolatey brown shade on the outer portion of my eye, just building that color up. Not blending it out yet, but just building it up, focusing on getting that color payoff. Once I have the color built up to my liking, I'm then going to go in with this very small brush by Morphe, the M506, and just blend that out and blend all of those colors together. So because today we're doing a cut crease, I'm going to go in and take the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C1, and I'm just going to begin to carve out my cut crease, carve out my eyelid, and I'm just taking this very small brush by Morphe and just building up that concealer and carving out my cut crease like I just said. And I'm just taking my time and trying to make sure that I can get the two cut crease as even as possible. To blend out the harsh line that the concealer created, I'm going to be going in and taking that deep dark brown that we placed on the outer V, and I'm just going to be smudging out that line and just packing that color on, and again just blending that out so that there's no harsh line. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade that's a little bit lighter than the brown shade that we placed on the outer V, and I'm just going to pack that on and blend those two colors together. Then I'm just going to switch to my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to be taking that kind of pale brown nude color in the top of the palette, and I'm just going to be placing it right in front of the brown shade that we just placed, and I'm just building that color up. For my lid space today, I'm going to be using the same Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm taking that white shimmery shade right beside the color that we just used, and I'm just packing that all over my lid, building that color up. Once I have the lid shade complete, I'm then going to go back in with that shade that we used right before that and blend those two colors together. And then I'm just going to go back into that deep brown shade from the Morphe palette and just pack that on the outer V again, just to build up any color payoff that we might have lost. Using that brown shade, I'm just going to smoke out my lower lash line using that very small brush by Morphe, the M506 brush. I went off camera and I added my lashes and a little bit of wing eyeliner, and the lashes that I'm using today are the Allure lashes. They're Allure times Jasmine Brown. Now I'm just going to highlight my face using this Crown Case Honor Roll highlighter, and I really love this highlighter. Today was my first day using it. It's a very pretty highlighter. The color is very bold and beautiful and golden. For blush, I'm going to be taking this Trio by Anastasia Beverly Hills and using that first shade in that Trio palette. And I'm just going to place that in the apples of my cheek and then set my face with some Morphe setting spray. For lips today, I began lining my lips with this lip liner from NYX. It's a brown shade. I'm not sure what the shade is. I believe it's called Truffle. And I'm just placing that all over my lips. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Corset and place that on top of that and blend those two together. And then I'm going to top it off with some lip gloss by ColourPop, the lip gloss in the shade Neat Freak. And this is going to complete the look for today. So you guys, this is the end of this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. I really enjoyed creating it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.